All right, everybody, we're back with Judge Faith, and we're tackling some real legal situations from our viewers, so let's get right to the next case. These roommates felt forced to leave their home because of their crazy roommate. It's Danielle and Linnea versus the hostile roommate. Okay, Danielle and Linnea, tell us what happened.
Okay, so Linnea and I were living with two other roommates, and one of our roommates, it was so unbearable to live with them that we felt forced to move out in just 3 months of living there. So he was constantly not paying rent on time and lying about that. And we found out because we had constant late fees that were coming into our inbox, and that made our privilege to pay online taken away.
On top of that, he was giving random people access to our apartment, like on a daily basis. And then the straw that kind of broke the camel's back was I was out of town for the holidays, and he took my car without my permission while I was gone, and he got a parking ticket and then didn't pay it, and that's how we found out. So we went to our apartment manager, and she showed us footage of him getting in my car and taking it. So we confronted him, and basically he admitted that he took my car, paid the ticket, but at that point, we just didn't feel safe living there anymore because we didn't know what he was capable of or what he would do next. So we just didn't have any other choice. We talked to the police, we talked to him to try to get him to move out, and he refused. So finally, we just asked him to let us leave the place, and so the three of us had to leave, and we haven't had any contact with him since then.
Right, and since we had to move so quickly, we had to pay a huge security deposit. So that's why we would like to sue him for $3,000, because that was the amount of the security deposit. And we were just wondering if there's any legal action we can take towards this roommate that caused us not only emotional damage, but a huge dent to our pockets.
I have good news and bad news.
Okay.
I will tell you the good news first. The good news is the two of you did the right thing in terms of getting out of the lease, because I see a lot of people, they just bounce, they just leave, I'm out of here. And their names are still on the lease. So legally, you're still obligated if someone else comes in, if he doesn't pay rent, if someone else doesn't pay rent, you're still obligated. You did the right thing, you got yourself removed from the lease. You had every right to, based on what you're telling me, especially about the car. I have bad news for you as well. You want him to pay this $3,000 security deposit that you had to pay to move into a new place. A security deposit is just that. It is for a new landlord to secure his premises and protect him or her from damages, which includes you not paying the rent. So unless you have other damages that you can show, he's not responsible for your new security deposit under the law.
So what about the emotional damages? How do we go through that?
I don't think what you have rises to that level of emotional distress where you'll get money. I mean,
Yeah, see, let me help you out here, Judge, because they want something. See, first of all, y'all should video yourself crying.
We should have, because it was a.
Yeah, see, you got people who cry on camera. If they look like you've suffered some emotional duress. So you want to create, you can create it. I got a friend of mine that's got a video company that can backdate it. Like you can cry now and put the date on it for like a month ago. So you might have to buy some backdate crying. Backdate crying is very effective. It's just as good as current crying. But you gotta show where y'all was crying, because you seem like a real nice girl. Now, let me talk to you from an uncle standpoint. Who the hell you to move in with and you just knew him 30 days?
It's called, we applied for a apartment that someone else backed out of, and we needed someone in the next 30 days to move in with us. And he was the closest
jumped in.
person.
Now, I don't think he has $3,000.
Right.
No.
I don't. And I think you're gonna be beating a dead horse trying to get money from this guy right here. Now, here's the other thing you can do. You can ruin him on social media, because you can protect the next unknowing set of young ladies who may take him in because he's, you know. You can protect him. Judge, I'm sure you have some follow-up.
You know, I would say outside of evidence tampering, to move forward with a case like this. Going forward, the real
What is evidence tampering?
Evidence tampering would include backdating video footage. That would include that.
Damn, Judge.
But
Okay.
everyone has, I've seen so many of these cases, everyone has cases where they've had the roommate from hell. We all have, and you know what? It's the lesson that you learn because you want to you really want to live with somebody who you know has a track record, like your friend here. Live with somebody who you know has a track record and you can avoid these situations going forward.
Hey, thank you, Danielle and Linnea, and good luck. Everybody, special thanks to my buddy Judge Faith right here. Hey, Judge Faith, nationally syndicated court show. Judge Faith, it airs weekdays. Check your local listings. We'll be right back.